Hi, welcome back to the Power of Model Drawing. Now, today we are going to look at creative model drawing for P5 and P6. So once again, we are going to focus on the drawing, and it's not very hard. All right. So every time you tackle your maths problem, you just have to be aware of the methods that you have learned, and one of the methods is model drawing. So if you look at this problem, can we draw model? Yes, we can. So Mr. Sim and Nancy have some buttons each. If Mr. Sim gave Nancy 24 buttons, they both will have equal number of buttons. If Nancy gave Mr. Sim 24 buttons, Mr. Sim will have 3 times as many buttons as Nancy. So how many buttons did Mr. Sim have? Now, so again, when I draw the problem, do I think of parts whole or do I think of comparison model? Now, in this problem, I will think of comparison model. Why? Because there's a 3 times, and also because there are 2 conditions, right? There's a if, right? The first condition, and then there's a second if. So you have 2 conditions. So it's better to draw a comparison model to compare, right? To compare these 2 persons. So if you are going to draw a comparison model, and the first sentence you can't draw, then you don't draw. You jump, right? You skip. But if you are drawing a parts whole model, then usually you can draw the first sentence, which is just a rectangle, if you are going to draw a parts whole model. Alright, so let's look at the second sentence now, because we can't do anything with the first sentence. If Mr. Sim gave Nancy 24 buttons, they both will have equal number. So which means that Mr. Sim must have more and Nancy must have lesser, right? Lesser. Why? Because Mr. Sim gave Nancy 24 and then they will have equal. So how do we show the giving? Now you just cut, alright? Look at the how many more, right? Mr. Sim has how many more than Nancy? You can see the gap, the difference, right? And what do you do with the difference? You just cut it into half, right? Cut the difference into half, and then the half here is your 24, and this 24 is going to go to Nancy. So I'm going to draw a dotted box to show that Nancy gets 24. And now you can see that they have equal already, right? Equal in the end. Okay, that's how you draw the second sentence. Alright, now you go to the next sentence. If Nancy gave Mr. Sim 24 buttons. Now, the if tells you that it hasn't happened yet. So which means that their rectangles are still the same, right? So that so Mr. Sim still have the same length, and Nancy still has the same length of rectangle. Alright, if hasn't happened yet. Alright, now what happened in the second condition? Now if Nancy gave Mr. Sim 24 buttons, so you cut over here and take out 24 and you give to Mr. Sim. So Mr. Sim will get 24 more buttons. And then Mr. Sim will have 3 times as many as Nancy. So I would like to draw an arrow sign to show the 3 times or 3 units. If you cannot cut the rectangle into 3 boxes, then you indicate 3 units. And then Nancy will have 1 time after giving away 24. So Nancy will have 1 unit left. So how many buttons did Mr. Sim have? So where would you want to put the question mark? You can put your question mark over here. Alright, that is what the question is asking you to find. Okay, so your model is done already, right? So you have 2 conditions. Alright, now you look at the model and then you try and see how to solve. Now, if you compare the 2 conditions, compare the 2 sets of model, I can do some cutting. For example, can you see 24? So over here I cut, and above is 24, so I put 24 inside the box. Then you move a bit to your left. Can you see there's a dotted box which is 24? So I cut above, which is the same as the dotted box, and I go down and cut the same, which is also 24. Alright? So when you draw a model, you can do cutting. This is how you cut. And when you cut straight down, right? Vertically downwards. Alright, then you go a bit to your left side. You can see that there's a 24, alright, which is right below. And you just go up and cut 24, and then go higher and cut 24, and go higher again and cut another 24. So you can see that every box below is the same. Alright, the boxes below each other is the same. Okay, then you can see the 1 unit. So you just go up and put 1 unit, 1 unit, and 1 unit. So all the boxes are 1 unit, right, on the left side. Okay, then now you can compare you can look at the model and find how many units equal to how many. For example, you look at 3 units. Can you see the 3 units for Mr. Sim? and you minus away 1 unit, and that will give you 2 units. Right, so 3 units minus 1 unit, you will get 2 units. And if you look at the arrow sign, your 2 units is equal to 24 plus 24 plus 24 plus 24. So it means that you take 24 and you times 4. And your 2 units is 96. Okay, clear so far? So if you're unclear, you can always play back the video to catch up. Okay, so what's the next step? The next step is to find 1 unit, and you take 96, and then you divide by 2, and your 1 unit is 48. Okay, so can you find how many buttons did Mr. Sim have? So you have 1 unit, which is 48, then you just plus 24, 24, and 24, right? So you have 48 plus 24 plus 24 and plus another 24, and that will give you how many does Mr. Sim have. Okay, so let's work out. So 48 plus 24 plus 24 and plus 24, Mr. Sim has 120 buttons, right? And that's how you solve the problem, by drawing out the problem. Okay, so it's not that hard. So once again, focus on the drawing. All right, try to focus on the drawing, sentence by sentence. All right, but remember, when you start your drawing, you need to think about whether do I start with a parts whole or do I draw a comparison model. Now it doesn't matter even if you draw wrongly, right? If you start with a parts whole model and you are stuck, right? Halfway through the drawing, you don't know how to continue because you realize that, oh, I should be drawing a comparison model. It's fine. You can always go back and draw again. Alright, so the more you draw, then you get better at the drawing. Okay, let's go on to number 2. Okay, number 2, fractions. Now, after Raju spent 5/8 of his money, Mohan spent 4/7 of his money, and Thomas spent $240. Each of them had the same amounts of money left. So it's like a before and after problem, right? So once again, if there's a before and after problem, what kind of model do we want to start with? Comparison model. And then Raju had $550 more than Mohan at first. So how much money did Mohan have at first? And how much money did the 3 of them have at first? Alright, so we are going to draw a comparison model. So Raju spent 5/8 of his money. So can we draw the sentence? Yes, Raju has 8 boxes and he spent 5 boxes. So Raju, draw a rectangle and cut into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and he spent 5 boxes. Okay, so let's put down the span, and then he has 3 boxes left. Okay, and Mohan spent 4/7 of his money. Alright, Mohan, so he has 7 boxes and he spent 4 boxes, and remember they all have equal money left. So which means that I'm going to draw a dotted line to show the equal. Now if you recall the earlier lesson in 2019, how do you show equal? We draw a dotted line to show equal. So which means that Mohan's money left will be until here, right? Mohan's money left, right? And how many boxes left? If you look at 4/7, that is what he spends. So he must have 3 boxes left, right? 3 boxes left because he spent 4 boxes, and he has a total of 7. You can see that Mohan has a total of 7 and he spent 4 boxes, so he has 3 boxes left. How about Raju? Raju has a total of 8 boxes, he spent 5 boxes, and he has 3 boxes left also. And Thomas spent $240 and he also has the same money left. So I don't know whether Thomas has more or Thomas has the most money or the least money. So let's draw something like this. Alright, let's assume that Thomas has the least money, and Thomas spent $240 and he also got the same money left, which is your 3 units also. Right, so all these are the left. Okay, left. Alright, and this is also the leftover for Thomas, and then this is the spends. Alright, so take time to focus on the drawing. Alright, don't rush through, because once you take time to build the drawing, to build the model, the solving comes very fast. Then Raju had 550 more than Mohan, so this is your $550 more than Mohan, right, at first. So how much money did Mohan have at first? Now if you can't put the question mark for part A, then you can actually be very creative. You can put just beside the name. And how much did the three of them have at first? Then you can put the second question mark at the side. So be creative, right? It's all about creativity, right? Okay, and your model is done, right? It's completed already. So if your model is good, you don't need to look at the question. You just look at the model and use the model to solve. So when you draw a model, and if you see boxes that look the same, then you call them all units, right? All these are called units. Okay, yep. Okay, so let's put down 1 unit in all the boxes. And now you can see that how many more units does Raju have than Mohan. Raju has actually how many? 8 units, right? Raju has 8 units. Mohan has 7 units at first. And Raju has 1 unit more than Mohan. And the 1 unit more is $550 more, right? Okay, and once you know what is 1 unit, you can solve already. Like for example, can I find Mohan has how much at first, which is 7 units. So you take 550 and you multiply by 7. Okay, and you will get $3,850, right? And that's your part A, right? Part A. So where should we put part A? Alright, or let's put down Mohan. Okay, Mohan at first. Okay, how much did the three of them have all together at first? Alright, you can count the total units, which is Raju has a total of 8 units. Okay, 8 units. Mohan has a total of 7 units. And then this Thomas has a total of 3 units plus another $240. So you add all the units, which is 8 plus 7, 15, 15 plus 3, so 18 units altogether, alright? And you take 1 unit, which is 550, and you multiply by 18. Okay, so 550 times 18, you get $9,900. And don't forget to plus $240, right, to find Thomas money, right? Thomas money. So $9,900 plus $240, and that will give you the total. And your answer will be $10,140, which is their total money at first, right? So that's how you draw the model, alright? Using alright, that's how you look at the model to work out the steps. Okay, so the whole idea of model drawing is also to find 1 unit. So why do you draw the model? Is to find 1 unit, because once you can find 1 unit, then you can work out the steps. Then then you can see the answer comes very fast if you know how much is 1 unit. Okay, so we are done with our model drawing for upper primary. So so this is a second lesson. So hopefully you are getting more used and more comfortable with model drawing. So keep drawing. All right, the more you draw, the better you get. Right, and just remember, right, when you draw a model, right, spend time. All right, take time to draw the model. Don't rush through the model. Focus on every sentence one by one, and then after you draw out the whole problem, and then you look at the model, and then see how to work out the steps. However, do also be aware that there are many problems as well that we can't use model drawing. So model drawing can help to solve quite a number of problems, but not all the problems. So you will need to learn other methods as well. Alright, so I'll see you in the next online lesson on every Thursday. Alright, every Thursday at 9 p.m. I'll be streaming my recorded lessons, right, at 9 p.m. on every Thursday. So after you have completed, after you have solved the problem, right, you should come online and watch the lesson to see whether you have gotten the answers correct. And if you got the answer wrong, don't worry, because my lesson videos will be there to guide you. Alright, so I see you on next Thursday at 9 p.m.